This week on Moms Like Us, Tori Spelling reveals whether or not she wants her kids to get into the industry.
Everything looks great on TV, looks great on these reality shows. It doesn't mean that's what it's like behind the scenes.
Candace Bure explains why she can't help herself from clapping back at online trolls.
I'm a mama bear. I mean, I really don't know any mother that is not fiercely protective of their children.
Plus, Gretchen Rossi opens up about why she needs a little more time before thinking about baby number 2.
Right now, at this very moment, I think I'm like, I need still a little bit more time.
Then Pippa Middleton's trainer is helping me get a pregnancy workout in.
This is no joke. I mean, why would we waste your time?
No.
We're busy. Pippa's busy.
We've got that plus so much more on today's Moms Like Us. Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here with BRIANNE MANZ from Stroller in the City, and welcome to Moms Like Us. BRIANNE, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Christina?
I'm doing good. We got a lot to get to this week. There's so much going on.
So much. I can't wait to see your workout.
Oh my God. It was like I got a good burn in. Like, I'm like, oh, I can totally get Pippa's booty, but not really. All right, let's start out with our clapback of the week. And this one is super important because MAREN Morris is speaking out on behalf of all new moms and the insurmountable pressure they face to snap back after baby. Now, an Access Hollywood reporter recently asked her why she shared an Instagram post earlier this month about loving her body. And she replied, I think because it was important for me to realize it. And I realized that if I am coming to grips with this realization, I can't be the only one. She went on to say that she feels for new mothers who are extremely pressed to erase any evidence on our body that we had a child and that we housed a child for 9 to 10 months. She said that returning to her pre-pregnancy shape was an absolutely impossible goal. And she said, I realized how unhealthy that was for me and my workout journey to be like, I need to get back to where I was before, because that's not really the goal. That shouldn't be the goal, just to sort of erase the fact that you had a kid. And I think that I'm really proud of where my body is right now, even if it's several pounds heavier. It's like I did something that half the population can't do. So I think that's pretty effing rad. She also went on to say that she ate short ribs right before the ACM Awards, which I absolutely love.
I love that. I love that she said that. Totally. I mean, we have to keep talking about it more. I mean, I feel like you and I talk about it every week, all the time. I had a problem. I challenged, like a big challenge, like after I had my son, trying to get back to normal. I think, and we talk about this. It was like a year out. He was probably 1 year old, like when I felt like kind of normal, and my body has never been back to what it was before kids, because you're carrying a baby, you're carrying a human, like your body has to expand, like it.
No, it's so true. And and she's so right. Like it does. I never thought about it. Like there is so much pressure to kind of erase the fact that you had a kid. Like it never happened. Like, when we put so much pressure, like as soon as somebody posts a photo of their post-baby body, that's all we're talking about, rather than, how they're feeling, postpartum or things like that. There's so much pressure to bounce back. And you're right. It takes a year for you to really feel like yourself and kind of get as strong as you were before, because, that first workout post-pregnancy, you're like, oh my God, what happened to my body? It's like I got hit by a truck.
Absolutely. And you can, totally work out during your entire pregnancy and still not get back into the shape that you were pre,
Totally.
And I love that she said that erasing, like, I love that she used that word because, I have now three C-section, I have the scar, but what were we focusing on? Oh, you'll never see it when you're in a bathing suit. Yeah. Like that was what we focused on.
Right.
And she's so right. Like, she's so right. Like we should be like, this is our scar. You know?
Totally. It's our proud battle wounds. Like we got to do something that like many people can't do. And, it's something to be proud of. And it's not something that we should be shying away from. And everybody is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. All right. Well, speaking of pregnancy and postpartum bodies, I am trying to keep healthy during my own pregnancy and was able to do a virtual pregnancy workout this week with Pippa Middleton's trainer, Ashley VERMA. Now, Ashley is awesome, and she trained Pippa while she was pregnant and helped her remain agile for her labor and keep her joints in good health. So I had to see what these workouts were really about. Please don't make fun of me. Take a look.
Stand up nice and tall and roll the shoulders down. Now I want you to take your feet. So your feet are parallel, shining towards me. I want you to turn them out, like think 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Now soften the knees. Now what I want you to do is start to lift your knees up towards your shoulders. Lift. So I want you to kick on the diagonal, like out. That's it. Now I'm gonna give you a little side view. So you wanna think of your tailbone shining down towards the floor. So your pelvic floor, the very basin of your like abdominal wall, right? Very, very bottom, we're talking from your tailbone forward. It's like a hammock, right? So we wanna think that it's shining directly down to help lift up through the front of the body, supporting the baby. Now what I want you to do, you're gonna reach your arms up high to the sky. Reach them up. Yeah. Now I also want you to flick your toes off the floor.
Okay.
Now from here, you're gonna pull down, pull down. So same arm as leg, that's exactly it, perfect. Pull down. Now I want you to give yourself a little more side to side.
Okay.
Little side, aha. So you're gonna feel a stretch on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Now, your feet are gonna be back to that 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, so a little turnout. Bring the hands to your chest. You're gonna squat low and you're gonna lift, press up. Squat low, lift up. Squat low, lift up. Squat nice and low, lift up. Beautiful. Great. So we want to really press a lot of power and energy down through the heels. You're going to start to fire up your hamstring, up into your glutes. Are you feeling that love?
Totally.
Last one, you're going to stay low. Stay low. Now a little pulse here. Down, down, down. Press. Woo, child. This is a burny burn.
Oh my God.
Now what's happening here? Open it up. Open it up. Lift those elbows up for me. Exactly. I want you to imagine you could, I'm squeezing an orange between your shoulder blades right now.
Okay.
If I was in the room, yeah, so really open. So we elongate all the way through the nape of the neck. I saw that.
I know. This is no joke.
This is no joke. I mean, why would we waste your time?
No.
We're busy. Pippa's busy. We got to get in there. All right, shall we go down to the floor?
Let's do it.
Okay, I want you to grab your pillow.
Okay.
You're gonna drop over to your left, well, yeah, your left hip. So follow your left hip.
Okay.
And I want you to actually place the pillow right underneath baby. Typically from second to third trimesters when things start to really shift and get uncomfortable, a pillow is so fantastic. If you have the luxury of a Pilates playground ball, that helps, but a good old pillow does the trick.
Correct.
So make sure you feel supported.
Okay.
Now put that forearm right on the floor. Now make sure, Christina, it's not directly squished under you. It's like almost on a diagonal, like a bicycle kickstand.
Got it.
Take your front right hand, push it into the floor. You're gonna lift your toes up. Yep. Now, your hips are nice and stacked. Your tail draws under. Baby is relaxed on your pillow. You're gonna lift that top right leg. You're gonna drop it. You're gonna lift it. You're gonna drop. Lift and lower. You're gonna love this one. Hold it up on one. Pippa never liked this, but we're gonna do it. Flex your feet. Flex your feet. Heels together, toes apart like that. Now you're gonna pull in, in. High hamstrings. You feel that love? All of this comes from a place of love.
Yes, totally. You feel so much better when it's done.
Exactly. One more little ditty since we're down here with the pillow and you're nice and supported. I want you to bring your ankles forward in line with your knees. You're like a nice 90-degree angle bend.
Okay.
Press into the floor, lift up out of this forearm. From here, you're gonna take your right leg forward towards me. Yeah, now you're gonna touch the floor, lift the leg. Touch the floor, lift the leg. Touch the floor, lift the leg. I need to check, are you smiling? Yes, she's smiling, this is good. This is wonderful. Down, hold it up, little lift, up, 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 up. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! One more little thing that is really nice because we're down here on the floor. You will not need your pillow.
Okay.
It's just a back extensor. You're in a quadruped position.
Okay.
You're gonna bend your elbows. So make sure that you don't lock out. We don't want locked out arms. We have like a nice soft bend so you're in control. Now what I want you to do, this is nice and slow. Inhale and exhale. Take your right foot back. Take your left hand slightly forward. You're gonna lift and you're gonna drop. You're gonna lift, you're gonna drop. Lift and lower. So you're going to wanna try to lengthen as much as possible behind your right knee. So imagine I am in the room with you and I'm pulling your shoe right now. So I'm stretching your leg. Ah, do you feel the difference?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And you also don't worry that the leg doesn't go that high. It's not about that. Because what's crazy and still so important, that ab strength is still important during pregnancy.
Right.
And I think people just are like, no, just stay absolutely away from it. No, you know, your core canister has a lot of things that shifted and moved, but we still have to be responsible and activate. Do you feel safe?
Yes, feel safe. Feel good.
Amazing. And you're talking, so you're not out of breath. This is wonderful. Give me your best 5 here, your final 4 here, your final 3, final 2, and that is a nice lifted, sculpted tushy.
I got buns of steel now.
You got buns of steel. Look at you go.
I like, seriously, even though we just did like a demo, she kind of put me, I was like sweating and it really burned. She does a lot of bar workouts, which I don't usually do. And since I did that workout with her, I did a bar workout and it's fantastic. I really like it.
It is, and I feel like it makes you like long and lean.
Yeah.
I love those workouts. That is so awesome.
So awesome. She's great. She's
now, will
fabulous.
you continue to do it?
I think so. I like really enjoyed the bar workouts. I think it's cool because you know, it's always good to switch things up too. And I don't usually do that. So thank you, Ashley, for introducing me to bar.
Love it. I need to check it out.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm still feeling that workout, but let's get to our celeb mom and dad's news of the week, and starting with TORI Spelling, who opened about how she is not so sure that she wants her kids to be in the acting industry. Take a look.
I think they like the idea of it. I'm like, just wait, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you and Dean both have a lot of experience. Is that something you would want to like embrace the inner momager in you, or would you be nervous?
Oh my god,
that's a whole other show. TORI,
a lot of competition. I could never live up to Kris Jenner has set the bar really high. But I could try to fill her shoes. I could do my best. My second youngest just got into voiceover work. He really wanted to, I do a lot of voiceover work. And so I was doing auditions and he was like reading them with me. And he was like, I like this. Could I be a cartoon? I'm like, you can be whatever you want to be. So yeah, so he's been getting into that. That's like his jam. Here's the thing. I'll support whatever their dreams are and whatever they want to be. I will 100% back them and support them. But, I do like coming from this industry, being born into it. I have to at least tell them what I've, been through. And, there's a lot of rejection. I always tell them that. Everything looks great on TV, looks great on these reality shows. It doesn't mean that's what it's like behind the scenes. And they know, they were with me when I did Bigger. And, we were filming 15, 16-hour days. I was getting home at like 4 a.m. And so they know it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, she's come from such a Hollywood family. Obviously, her dad was big producer, Aaron Spelling, her brother being an actor. And she didn't really have the best experience at times. So I think that probably makes her a little bit hesitant.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of actors feel this way, especially when she was so young and immersed in that Hollywood. And I'm sure she saw a lot of things that she probably shouldn't at her age. So I totally get it. I totally get it
too. And unfortunately, like she's had to clap back on social media so many times for people coming after her kids. So I'm sure she probably wants to shield them from that as well. Right. So yeah, I mean, it's to each their own. And I think it's the kids' decision if they want to do it once they're old enough.
Absolutely.
Totally.
So next up, we chatted with Candace Bure about her mama bear instincts kick in when someone comes after her family. So watch this.
And you are never one to not clap back on social media, which I love. I mean, why do you feel that you need to get sometimes fiercely protective of your family when, these trolls come out?
I'm a mama bear. I mean, I really don't know any mother that is not fiercely protective of their children. And it doesn't matter what ages my kids are, I will always be protective of them. But, when I clap back occasionally, but it's always in kindness. And I believe it's in truth and love. And, I'm not one to sass someone back, but I'll only speak up if it's like a real mom parenting moment, even though that person might be 45 years old. Like me, sometimes they need to be mommed.
Right. Is there one thing that in particular that really bothered you or maybe made you not want to share so much about your life anymore?
I think I will always share my life. I'm just that person. It doesn't get to me enough that I would want to stop sharing with people. And I would rather be that person that says, I'm still going to share, but let's just talk about it. Let's try to be better. Let's do better. Let's love one another. Let's be kind to each other. You know, and there's still always going to be those people, but it just keeps encouraging the rest of the group that are listening.
I love her.
I do too. And we've had her in our clapback moment of the week so many times because she is the queen of clapbacks. She really is. She doesn't let anybody come after her family. And, you know, that's why she said she's very protective. Like, and sometimes you get her on a bad day and she's going to come after you.
Exactly. But I don't know why people are coming after her. She's like just so nice.
Perfect. Like she really is like perfect. I mean, you know, but the people come after everybody. It really is.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I know. Craziness.
Yep. All right. Well, our mom who got real this week, it has to go to Eva Mendes, and she discussed her decision not to spank her and Ryan Gosling's daughter. She shared what she called her favorite parenting quote that read, "Spanking does to a child's development what hitting a spouse does for a marriage." Now, typically, as we know, they are super private when it comes to their relationships and parenting. So I think a lot of fans were surprised to see this. And in response to those that disagreed with her, she said, "We all parent our own way, and I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. This didn't come with a manual, so when there's something that resonates with me, I pass it on. Lots of love." I mean, are you surprised that she spoke out about this?
I'm kind of surprised just because she's so private, but I'm glad that she did because I don't think that it's something that we do speak of enough as parents. And it's true. Like, I remember, you know, like when I was a kid, yeah, I would get I would never get beat up. I would get kind or whatever, you know what I mean? And, you know, it does do things to children. And I see that, you know what I mean? So we're not like a hitting family either here, you know what I mean? Like I never was that. It was more of like the timeout thing. It was always, even when I was raising my kids when they were younger, it was just always focused on the timeout kind of situation.
No,
so we stuck with that.
Totally. And same here. I mean, I was spanked lightly when I was a kid, but never like, you know, hard. But yeah, no, I think, you know, going forward, I'd probably do the timeouts, but to each their own, I guess. I mean, it's as long as I remember when Corey Gamble advised Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick to spank their daughter, calling it whipping discipline. I mean, that's a bit too far.
No. Oh my God. No. I mean, like my mom was get hit in her school when she was growing up. Like that was like a big thing. And that kind of scarred me, like hearing her stories, you know, like what they used to do to them and you know, the schools. So that I was always, you know, stayed away from.
Yeah, no, I don't think, you know, disciplining them with fear is probably the best thing. Yeah, totally. All right. Next up, we chatted with OC housewife Gretchen Rossi about if her and Slade are ready for baby number 2. Take a look. I know the road to baby was not easy for you and Slade. I mean, have you guys talked about maybe expanding your family a little bit more?
So after we had Sky and I had really bad postpartum depression, and I really just struggled with a lot of anxiety and the new life change and all of that. It took me quite a while to kind of come back to myself. I'm still not 100% to myself, meaning mentally I'm finally back there, but physically I still feel a lot of the hormones in my body, and I haven't got back to the exact weight I want to be, and I still have a lot of cellulite and stuff in places that I never had before. So that has been a little bit tough for me. And because she's only 22 months and she's right at that age where it's just she's starting to be a little more difficult. I'm just like, how the heck am I going to add another one of these things to the family, and manage all of this? As I mentioned, I'm a full-time working mom. So there's just a lot on our plate. We have a podcast. I mean, we do a lot of different things. And so the thought of having another baby, absolutely. I love the thought of it. We do have one more embryo, genetically sound embryo that, in a way I kind of would feel guilty if I didn't implant that, because God blessed us with this beautiful other embryo. But right now at this very moment, I think I need still a little bit more time to manage with Sky, because she has a lot of work. Bless her heart, she is full of so much energy. And she's just such a blessing, but she just really, like, she's the Energizer Bunny. Like, she's not one of those babies that just wants to sit and cuddle. Like, she's just all day, go, 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 go.
There's
So
no off button.
yeah, there is no off button until like she's in her crib, and still she's like upset that she's in her crib and she has like fear of missing out. So, you know, she's just one of those girls. But so yeah, I think I would love it, but it just depends on, you know, how the next year goes, I think.
You know, she went through a lot to have her first child. She went through 4.5 years of IVF. So, and she said, you know, and her postpartum was something that she didn't think was going to happen to that extent. So I think that's maybe why she's a little hesitant about, you know, going for baby number 2, since her body went through so much the first time around.
Absolutely. And then she doesn't know how long it's going to take her. I mean, it could be like so fast. It could be not. Like, you never know. Everyone's different. I mean, did you like know immediately when you wanted to have baby number 2? Like, did you have it like planned in your head?
I kind of like once Gianna hit a year old, then we started talking about it a little bit more, because I had fertility problems as well, and it took me a long time to get pregnant with her. So I was like, all right, you know, after a year, let's start trying again. And it's still, you know, I mean, it didn't take me as long. It still took me about 6-7 months to get pregnant, but, you know, definitely not as long as the first time around, but you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I talked about this too.
Right.
I mean, I didn't like, I had mom friends when my son was like, let's say 8 months old, and they're like, okay, so when my kid hits 1 year old, I'm going to start, and my kids are all, I'm going to have 3 kids, and they're all going to be like perfectly spaced 2 years apart. And a lot of them got that wish, which is crazy. But I was like, you know, the 4% person that didn't get it, you know, and when my son did turn 1, I did start thinking about, okay, baby number 2, but yeah, it took us like 2 years, you know, to conceive number 2, and then number 3 fast
right away. You never know. Yeah. It's usually when you have a plan, just throw it out the window.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God.
All right. Well, our celeb moms, they're just like us, goes to Kate Hudson this week. She proved that she's a working mom, just like all of us. And she had to miss her birthday with her daughter this week, and she shared an adorable video of her daughter, Ronnie, singing happy birthday, and she captioned it, "A super early set call means I missed the morning birthday snuggle, but this text from my big guy, Mr. Ryder Robinson, a FaceTime from my bingo, and a song from my girl. Birthday love felt and heard. Thank you all for the love today. Already feel it, and it ain't even noon." It's so hard to sometimes like miss those milestones with your kids when work calls, but it happens.
Absolutely. Oh my God. I love Kate Hudson so much.
I do too. I really do. I think it's just adorable, but yeah, if she proves she's just like us.
Exactly. She totally did.
All right. Well, for today's baby name diaries, we asked Dancing with the Stars' Whitney Carson the meaning behind her son's name, Leo. Take a look.
My husband's dad passed away 2 years ago, and his full name was Kevin Leo McAllister. And so we just really felt like the need to name him just like that, Kevin Leo McAllister, after Carson's dad. He just was a really amazing guy, and we just really felt like he was sending him down to us. So Leo has just a really special name for us. So, and we've loved it for forever. We've always wanted to name our kid Leo. So after he passed, it just made so much sense.
I love his name, Kevin Leo McAllister, because, you know, Kevin is after her husband's father, who recently passed away. So they were, you know, giving a nod to him. So it's a really cute name. And I love Leo. I think that's so cute.
Yes. Add that to your list.
I know. I should, since I still have no idea. Yeah. Weekly update. Still in the same spot as last week.
We need to do a segment just on baby names. Oh my God. We really have to. We really have to. But I love that. I love Leo. I think Leo's a good one.
I do too. Leo is really cute.
Love it.
Well, BRIANNE, thank you so much for running down all things moms with me, as always.
Thank you. And I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week. And for much more on moms, head on over to usmagazine.com and make sure to check out Us Weekly's YouTube channel every Thursday afternoon. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, and BRIANNE and I will see you next week.
Yes. Bye, guys.